Junior, Junior. Y'all know that's my new thing. You know, ever since I seen that little reel on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I've been in love with it. Anyway, what's up with it, everybody? Shout out to all the people who've been commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I've been seeing the numbers grow up. I really do appreciate y'all. And if it's your first time tuning in, I hope I get that too, because I need it all. I need that. I need that. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, man, let's get to brass tacks, man. You know, they say Jeff Snyder, the guy who broke the Black Panther news, he done broke a lot of news lately, but he's not really a comic book fan, so he don't understand the ins and outs of things. So there's still a possibility that they're just gonna age up T'Challa Jr. Now, us recast T'Challa people, we don't want that. We don't care about that little kid. We don't care about that little boy. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He needs to grow up and become another Killmonger, because he done grew up outside of Wakanda, away from his people. Damn stupid. Why would you have a whole story in the first movie about why Killmonger grew up evil and then have T'Challa's son to grow up in Haiti away from the I don't want to go there. Anyway, man, listen, I was watching this lady named She Dressed Me. You know, go look her YouTube channel up. Y'all subscribe to her. She pretty dope. I like her channel. I like what she got. She was saying that reportedly 3 different black actors have turned down the road of T'Challa since September. You know what I'm saying? It was 3. And it just so happened that all 3 of those guys are black guys that's from Britain. And that's very interesting to me. Because first of all, I'm going to say this. I'm of the mind frame that black men can't afford to turn down many roles in Hollywood. Because there's not a lot of leading roles that black people get. Like, all of my life, there's always been, 1, maybe 2 black leading men. Where we get like Wesley Snipes and Denzel, Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like there's never been a lot at the same time. And even right now, so when they're presented to you, you really can't. Now, some of these guys, I'm hearing Damson Idris from Snowfall. He's a young guy. And I heard that he's supposed to have been negotiating with Marvel for like the past 6 months. Now, I don't know what he's negotiating. He's probably still negotiating that role, but he might want to know that it's going to be a mantle pass to him for the long run and not just a one-off in Secret Wars or Doomsday or whatever. But, yeah, he a young enough guy. He got his future ahead of him. John Boyega. I understand John Boyega. I respect that because of what happened with him and Disney and Star Wars and the whole Finn character. I'm not mad at him if he don't want to play with that again. I don't look at him as a T'Challa replacement anyway. I just don't see it in John Boyega. He just don't give me Black Panther to me. You know what I'm saying? The other guy is David Alui or Willie. I don't know how to say his name. You know, I'm not Nigerian. I can't do all the O's. No disrespect to my Nigerian brothers. But yeah, all of these are black guys that happen to be from Britain. Now, it's funny that the American black guys like Aldous Hodge say, hey, if Marvel holler at me, I'll take that call. You know what I'm saying? What's the other guy they was talking about? The dude that played Moonlight, the grew up version of Moonlight. I can't think his name, but yeah, if they call, he say he'll take it. You know, Chadwick was an American guy. They say they'll take it because they know it's not many roles for black men as lead roles in Hollywood. They know more than anybody because Hollywood actually does have a fetish for British black guys or French black guys. And I like guys like Idris Elba and all those guys. No disrespect to them. I'm just saying Hollywood has a fetish for them. And I think they've conditioned a lot of us to think that, oh, well, these guys just are better actors. They take their craft more serious. Nobody's saying, look, David Kaluuya, or whatever his name is, nobody's sitting there saying, oh my gosh, he did such a great job in Queen and the King, whatever that movie was. Couldn't no American guy do that? Nobody's saying that. Now, I'm not saying that some of these guys aren't good actors or they might not even be better actors. I'm just saying they're not playing roles that guys that are actually from here couldn't play. You know, so this idea that, oh my gosh, the British black guys just do such a great job that we have no choice but to hire them for those roles, and the American guys don't stand a chance. You know what I'm saying? But we've allowed them to make us believe that there can only be one man to do a role, or only one black guy can do this, that only Chadwick could do this role that way. You know what I'm saying? Chadwick was a great actor. He played a lot of great roles. Chadwick did his thing when he was here on this earth. There's other guys that can play that role, and they're not gonna play it the same as Chadwick. Might even not be as good as Chadwick. It'll be their own version. Just like with Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger played the Joker. They were both good versions of the Joker. They were just different. Didn't look the same, didn't talk the same, none of that. We still like both versions. It's been not five. It's been a bunch of Batmen. Some we hated, some we liked. Some we hated, some we liked. None of them were ever played the same. Nobody ever played the same exact version of Batman. They've all been different. Superman too. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody jump in my comments last night and they was like, oh, the character literally died in real life. Well, brother, guess what? General Ross died too. General Ross died too, and you know what they did? They recasted him because we had to have the Red Hulk in Marvel. We had to have the Red Hulk in Marvel, so they recasted General Ross. And before you say anything stupid, it's like 10 different Hulks they could use. Uncle Amadeus Cho, Doc Samson, Hulk's son, I don't know why I can't think. It's a bunch of people they could use, a different version of the Hulk they could use. Before you say anything stupid, Abomination. It's a bunch of different Hulk villains they could use. But we've allowed people to condition us to think that only one black man can do this thing. Only one black man can play this character, do this role. That's asinine. Whoever plays the role would just be a different version of him. And hopefully they get it in and they get it right. You know what I'm saying? They do a good job. I think Aldous Hodge would be dope. I would love for John David Washington to do it. I don't think he would, but I would love for him to do it. I think it'd be dope. That way we could throw stupid stuff out, like trying to age this child up to be, 14, 15 at best? Like, who can he lead at that age? I think a lot of people are just, like I said in my last video, were just happy to see black people in something, and they really don't know the impact of what T'Challa was. He wasn't only a king. T'Challa's a tactical genius, a literal genius, one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe. He's up there with Iron Man, him and Shuri. He's that intelligent. The movies didn't show you that, but he's literally that. Black Panther's so cold, dog. You know, Iron Man and Black Panther both are kind of like the Bruce Waynes of the Marvel universe. Little do people know, like, even with this storyline that they're heading to with Doom War and Secret Wars, like, when the incursions occurred, that's when the universes started colliding and different Earths started appearing in the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, symbolizing the end of what's about to happen. Black Panther was the first one to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He was the first one to come across somebody. And he went to the Illuminati that we saw in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. You know what I'm saying? It was a group that he was a part of, and he left. And he went to ask them, questions. You know what I'm saying? He was the first one to get the ball rolling. It was Black Panther. Even when Battle World happened and Dr. Doom became God King Doom. Black Panther, Infinity Gauntlet. Oh my gosh, King of the Dead. You know what I'm talking about? He played a big role in stopping Dr. Doom at the end. Like, Black Panther is important to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. T'Challa is important. The fact that they killed off T'Challa, they wasn't able to do the King of the Dead storyline. And that storyline is actually a part of Shuri becoming Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And them both being Black Panther at the same time, because T'Challa didn't have the mantle anymore. So he had to go and ask for a new one. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he became King of the Dead. And he was given the knowledge and the tactical abilities, skill set, all of that of every Black Panther that ever existed. A major power up boost. A major, you know what I'm saying, skill and tactical up boost. You know what I'm saying? Upgrade. You know what I'm talking about? That's what he got. Y'all ended that character too soon and lost the whole storyline. A whole power up that was coming for this dude. Y'all lost that. You know what I'm saying? You know how him and Captain America was sort of on par, like Black Panther goes way past that. You know what I'm talking about? And y'all lost that. But anyway, man, just back to just my whole point of people feeling like only one black person can play a role, or we can only have one black lead man at a time, and we have to honor him. But no, that wasn't that wasn't Chadwick's legacy. We have to separate T'Challa from Chadwick. We have to separate the two. Because as great as that role was for Chadwick was great in a lot of roles. That wasn't his first major movie. That is not the way we found out about Chadwick Bozeman. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we found him. It's just sad that in his death and in his passing, because that movie was so big, people decide to tie that to him, decide to tie that in a knot, like, oh, look, T'Challa and Chadwick. No, T'Challa existed before him. It exists after. It's separate from that man. You know what I'm saying? You don't honor that man by that one role that he played. He played the role. He didn't create the character. He didn't create the character. There was a lot of people that was trying to get the ball rolling and get this movie done. Like I said in my last video, they had been trying to do this movie since the 90s. Wesley Snipes had been trying to do it. They tried to get it rolling with Digimon Hansu when Iron Man first happened. But anyway, Chadwick Bozeman lived the legacy of wanting to open doors and be a man for the people. Like, Chadwick was a guy that, I forgot who it was, and it was a white actress, actually. It was a movie that he played, and I want to say, is it 23 blocks or 60, whatever it was. But she wasn't paid accordingly to being the lead actor in the movie. You know what I'm saying? He was the male lead, she was the female. She wasn't paid properly. Chadwick took from his own check and gave to her. Like, he was that kind of guy. He wanted to open up doors. He wanted to help other people get on and become bigger stuff. Like, that was what Chadwick did. He wouldn't have wanted to die, and then you guys just say, you know what, we're not gonna let another guy get this role. When there's already limited leading roles for black men in Hollywood. He wouldn't have been, that wasn't Chadwick. Now I understand why people don't want to do Dr. Doom. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I completely get that. I mean, not Dr. Doom, but Kang the Conqueror. I completely get that, because you might have a lot of black men that feel like Disney and Marvel did Jonathan Majors wrong. So I understand that totally. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you feel like, you know what, if something small happened, Disney would scrap me, but protect other guys who did similar things. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand if guys have that type of sentiment. But Kang the Conqueror and Black Panther are two different situations. Even though I think they will eventually recast Kang the Conqueror, if they haven't done it already. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to use him. But personally with Kang's not even black in the comics. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to make a black man be Kang the Conqueror. Kang is a guy that had like, what was it, like 300-400 different variants of him. At the end of the Ant-Man movie, like, you could just have anybody come in and do Kang. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he wasn't black anyway in the comics. You can get a white guy. It's not really that hard if you truly want to do Kang. But I think the biggest issue with that is they always should have went with Doom in the first place. I think they were just so excited to have an actor whose career was on the rise like Jonathan Majors that they ran with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the wake of Chadwick's situation. They couldn't wait to run with Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. But yeah, that's a whole completely different story. I just wanted to say that, though, with the guys that are ready, willing, and wanting the role, like I said with Damson Idris, you know, if his issue is he don't want it to be a one-off, I understand him. You know what I'm saying? Talk that contract out. Make sure if it's going to be in Doomsday, you know what I'm saying, Secret Wars, and maybe Black Panther, make sure you Black Panther for the long haul. Make sure you got that, and they won't just have you for this and then turn around and have 16-year-old T'Challa Jr. take up the mountain in Black Panther 3. Make sure you Black Panther. Make sure you him. That whenever they bring whatever this variant is, they go ahead and throw that T'Challa Jr. storyline away. Because we finna get a soft reboot. You don't need him. You don't need that kid. You know what I'm saying? I know Marvel is headed for the Young Avengers. I think they're going to call it something different. But damn, the team is mostly girls. The team is mostly girls. You know what I'm saying? But you got a bunch of people that you can use for that movie in particular, especially if you're going to do Miles Morales in the physical at some point, you know what I'm saying, in 3D at some point. You have Miles Morales, you have Isaiah Bradley's grandson. I can't think of his name. You have a few people that you can put in that movie, but I just had to make this statement because, as I stated before, like, there's a lot of characters that exist in the Marvel Universe. Some black, some white, some Hispanic, some Asian, some anything. But their importance to the storyline of Marvel, the characters, there's varying degrees of the importance of these characters. You can't take away Black Panther, the king of the most advanced nation in the world, T'Challa, and then give us Luke Cage. As much as I like Luke Cage, that's not a 1-for-1. A bunch of little kids don't look up to Luke Cage. Like a bunch of little kids not going anywhere dressed up as Luke Cage. He might have a couple of dudes who got some muscle to him do it, but that just doesn't exist. Even with Falcon, he's not a character on that level. You know what I'm saying? That's like with what was that? Is it Young Justice? What is it that HBO Max had with the Teen Titans? Was it Teen Titans show they had when they had Hawk and Dove on there? And that's like losing Batman and being like, look, we got Hawk and Dove for you. That's not a good replacement. That's not a good replacement. And as I've stated many times as well, especially if y'all not finna give us Blue Marvel. Listen, I would love Blue Marvel. I think that's kind of hard to do. That's even more complicated because you got to shoehorn him into the story. You know what I'm saying? If you was to go with Blue Marvel, if y'all don't know who that is, that's the most powerful black character that they could use in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The most powerful one. You know, a guy that's on the level of the Sentry and the Hulk and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that powerful. I think that'd be too hard for them to do to shoehorn it in the story. But yeah, man, you got different people that's gonna be against it. You got the people that never wanted him to recast in the first place. They still upset. Why are y'all so determined to honor this man? Y'all didn't like Chadwick that much. You guys did not love Chadwick that much. Y'all didn't. What they call that crap? Virtue signaling? Virtue. You guys just want to join on the bandwagon. That's an emotion we have to honor. Shut up. Y'all didn't love him that much. Stop that. Stop that. You didn't. You didn't. Especially when there's plenty of other actors that get replaced or die and they recast. Actors in the movies you watching right now that they literally did that too. I said, y'all act as if Chadwick created him himself. He did not. Junior, like, subscribe, and comment to your boy.